What's going on, guys? Going to be playing some Pokemon TCG Live today with my Volcanion EX Area 0 Toolbox Attacker, kind of similar to the Cloth Terapagos deck that was around before rotation that I've been working on the last couple days. It's definitely not totally finished, and there's a lot of things that could be like adjusted and whatnot, but really been enjoying it, and I really like the Volcanion EX. It's my favorite card to come out of the new set. It's really fun, and it's got an ability, Scalding Steam. If you've not seen this before, it says once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may make your opponent's active Pokemon burned. And burned, like poison, does damage between turns, except it does 20 right away, and then it on a coin flip will get decided if it goes away or if it'll stay on them for another turn, and then it'll do another 20, and then it'll be another coin flip to decide if it goes away or not, in between turns. The 20 damage versus the 10 is kind of nice. You can do a lot of different things with it. One of my favorite things this deck can do is if you have Volcanion in the active spot and you're able to say like use Precious Trolley, say with an Arven, get Precious Trolley and TM Evo, you have an energy in hand, you put Volcanion in the active spot, you attach the energy to Volcanion, TM Evo, Precious Trolley out, a couple Magmars, Latias if you need it to get the Volcanion in the active spot, Terapagos to get your bench space later on, but then you TM Evo your Magmars into this new Magmortar that says during Pokemon checkup, put 3 more damage counters on your opponent's burned Pokemon. So all of a sudden your burn goes from doing 20 damage to 50 to 80, which lets you knock out Dreepies going second turn 1. So you're able to donk your opponent and knock out those little basics, which is really fun. Definitely my favorite combo that this deck can do, and also favorite way to use this new Magmortar. I've seen and I've tried out myself like more just kind of Volcanion Magmortar Budew decks, and it's really disruptive and really annoying. You're able to do a lot with the burn plus the item lock, but this Volcanion always having to be in the active spot makes it kind of difficult, I think, to consistently, or was for me a little bit difficult to consistently get it in the active, burn them, and then Budew. Like you kind of run out of steam eventually. You're not able to get the Volcanion to the active, or you just have to run so many switches and so many jets, and even then you're just, at the end of the day, you're item locking and burning them, and then you don't have like the manipulation that you would have with like Frostlass and Munkidori. All that to say, it's fun though. But this way of playing Volcanion with the Magmortar and the TM Evo and taking knockouts like that kind of aggressively is really fun. But besides for that little combo, Volcanion plus Budew is pretty cool because you can burn them and then Budew, which would item lock them, and that by itself just knocks out an opposing Budew. So if you have a slower start or you're item locked or something and you're able to have, say, Latias, Volcanion, Budew down, you burn them with a Volcanion and then free retreat into Budew and knock them out. We also have the Terapagos in here, which lets us take advantage of Area 0, and something pretty cool, again with the burn plus Terapagos and also the Bloodmoon Ursaluna. This guy with the full bench, it's a unified beatdown attack, does 30 for each of your bench Pokemon. So if you have Area 0 in play and you have a full bench, you're doing 240 damage, same as Ursaluna here, obviously when your opponent's taking some prize cards. But then if you have the 2 Magmortars down and you burn them with the Volcanion, you're doing 320 damage, which one-shots Dragapult EX, which is pretty crazy. And you're knocking them out with burn so they don't get access to Fezandipiti. It's really fun to be able to do that. Other combos to mention really quick, I'm not sure. Those might be the main things, but I might have forgotten some stuff, and I'll mention it as we go through the rest of the deck list. But let's go through it, each card a little bit more, and then we'll get into the games as quickly as possible. But we've got the one Budew. Again, I'm not trying to just spam Budew, Volcanion, burn, and an item lock, but having one I think is nice. We have the 3/3 Magmar Magmortar. I wasn't running Area 0 initially, so when I didn't, you really only needed the 2 Magmars and 2 Magmortars, but you wanted to have access to them, and you can always prize stuff, and drawing into it's nice, especially since you can't Buddy Poffin for it, so Trolley or Nest Ball is like our way to get it out. But 3/3 I think is good, and if you're able to get a third up, it's fine. I just don't know off the top of my head like what it makes a big difference versus. Obviously you could burn and I guess KO something for 350 versus the 320, but you pretty much just need the 2 to do the donk and then knock out Dragapult, and then another one with the Area 0. Once you get that going, you can always get the third one out, but you pretty much just need the 2 to start. Volcanion, you don't need 3. You probably could maybe go with 2, but I like the 3 for the consistency of maybe starting it, and also you don't want to prize it. It's our way to burn. The nice thing about this versus Brute Bonnet too is you don't need an item, you just need it in the active spot, and it's pretty easy to do that when you have Latias. And as you can see, we're playing 2 because I've prized this thing so many times, and it's also really annoying if you don't have it. So we have this guy with 3 retreat We also play 3 switch in the deck, so you're able to switch if they try and trap your Magmortar. If Jets, it might be better to play Jets over switch though, if that is a thing that you notice, like you're getting Budew trapped with your Magmortar. Jet is a nice option over switch that you could play with maybe Colress, but I'm going with switch for now, and also we have other energies or whatever. But yeah, 2 Latias because it's pretty important to be able to retreat this thing. 3 of this for the consistency, but it maybe don't need 3, maybe don't need 2 Latias. Then we have the 2 Terapagos for the area 0. I think 2 is fine. I don't think you need more of Terapagos. It also is a great attacker. And then we have the 1-1-1 Munkidori, Fezandipiti, Ursaluna, and Squawkabilly. Maybe don't need Munkidori, but our way to accelerate energies in the deck is Crispin, and you have to have multiple energy types in your deck to use Crispin. So I'm playing some dark energy so that we can kind of make use of this. Volcanion also, its attacks, like, it's pretty average to be honest, but it only requires 2 fires. So you can play 2 fires in a dark, and then when it, you know, makes you move energies around, kind of like Iron Thorns, you can move those energies to other things. But for the most part, if you can just attack with the Terapagos, it's better to do that because it does more damage. And it's a little tankier than the Volcanion too. But Munkidori is nice to be able to move some damage around. Fez gives us a little bit of draw. Bear for the attacker at the end of the game, and then Squawk, you know, to if your hand to get started is just terrible, you probably better to Squawk it away than just brick and not have anything going for you later on. I haven't tested a whole lot with Squawk. It was one of the things I added later on, but I think it's worth it, especially since we have more bench space with Area 0. Then for the items, we've got 1 counter catcher, 1 vessel, 4 Nest Ball, 2 Night Stretchers, 4 Pokegear, 1 Trolley, 3 Switch, 1 Ultra Ball. Ultra Balls kind of feel bad because you have to discard a bunch of cards. Nest Balls get you your stuff for free. We don't need to play something from our hand, so Nest Ball is as good as Ultra Ball. It's just better, basically. The only thing is the Magmortar, but we were going to TM Evo those out anyway, so you don't really need Ultra Ball. Trolley, though, is the main thing. If you can play Trolley, you know, you're filling up your whole bench. The problem with Trolley in Area 0, though, if you don't have your Terapagos down already, even if you have Area 0 in play, you can still only get 5 guys with the Trolley. So you need to have the Terapagos down first to, you know, be able to bench more than the 5. And then we have the 1 vessel, so we can energy search off of the Arven. Night Stretcher gives us some recovery. It's only recovering the deck. Maybe you don't need 2 of this either, but I kind of like it. But we are playing more multiples of like Latias and Volcanion. So like if stuff does get knocked out, we actually do kind of have backups. But I have the 2 Night Stretchers, and they haven't ever been like a dead card 100% of the time. They sometimes are, though, if you know, you get them early. The 4 Pokegears, because we want to get to Arven and do that turn 1 going second if possible. So Pokegear helps us to find Arven. Also, we don't really have a draw engine, so it helps us to kind of get into our deck and choose a supporter to play or find one if we don't have one. And then we have the 3 switches, like I already said. Magmortar is going to get trapped. It's the only thing that's not a basic, and it's got a 2 retreat cost, which thankfully it's not 3, so you can retreat it if you really, you know, if it comes down to it. But switch lets us get the Magmortar out of the active if it gets trapped, or do the thing where you have to switch into Volcanion and then retreat with Latias back into Terapagos to attack or something. And then for the supporters, we've got 4 Arven, 2 Boss, 2 Crispin, 2 Iono. Oh, and I didn't mention, we have 1 counter catcher, 2 Boss. Instead of 3 Boss, I just have 1 counter catcher because we have Arven to search for it, and we can go behind even if you're trying to be aggressive. I think the counter catcher is a nice option, or you could just go with 3 Boss. But that's why I have the counter catcher and only 2 Boss. And yeah, Boss to chase down guys, but I don't know. I haven't been bossing a whole lot with this deck, to be honest. Just knocking out what's in the active. But Arven's the best supporter to play, so we're playing 4 of it. Then we got the 2 Iono for some hand disruption and gives ourselves something, and then 2 Crispin. I was running 3 of this initially, but you don't really want to draw into a bunch of non-fire energies. You pretty much want to just draw into fires and then attach them so you can maybe attack with Volcanion. Also, you don't want to draw into your darks because you want to be able to Crispin them, because if you don't have 2 energies in the deck, you're not able to accelerate with Crispin. You just add 1 energy to your hand, which isn't great. So yeah, Crispins to accelerate energies. We're playing darks for the Munkidori. We're playing more fires and darks because we want to draw into them. Maybe you could fit in more darks though, and or more Crispins, so like the Crispins are alive more. But energy acceleration is weird. I saw a deck similar to this, I think in Japan, that was using Energy Sticker, and I don't really want to use Energy Sticker, so like that's why I'm doing this whole thing. But Energy Sticker is another option, I guess. I think there might be one other way I'm forgetting to accelerate energy to these guys, but that's it for the supporters. And then the tools, we got 2 TM Evo, so we can like hopefully do that. And then Bravery Charm is pretty nice, so you can make it so if they've already spread damage with like Dragapult or something, that then they're out of range of getting knocked out by the spread, or they're out of range of getting knocked out by the 200 damage. It just puts people in awkward spots. Also, Volcanion is in range of, at 220s, it's one-shotted by Archelodon, so you could put that on there so it's not. But that's the deck. Probably a little bit too over-explained, but I'm really excited about it. Hopefully it made sense. Let's get in the games and hopefully be able to show off what he can do. All right, I've calmed down a little bit. Let's see if we can get the deck to work here. I'm pretty excited about it. Maybe a Donk going seconds would be pretty cool. Let's just hope for the best here. Thankfully, it hasn't felt like a bricky pile of just a bunch of random stuff very much. The Pokegears have definitely helped. Also, let's go! I think I forgot to mention, we only have 3 Area 0 versus 4. Drawing into multiples of them is kind of annoying, but I mean, you do want to find it. But at the same time, you don't have to find it to do the Donk. So yeah, this hand, we literally can't do the Donk because we have 2 Magmortars, and our hand actually sucks. So we're going second, but you can't attack with this thing. So I mean, we have Latias, so we can retreat anyways. So I think let's just start this thing. Yeah, when you, oh, it would have been so great, but yeah, obviously our hand doesn't let us. But when you draw the multiple Magmortars, you can't TM Evo them, so you can't do the Donk, which sucks. But that's like part of why you maybe went 3 versus just 2. Besides for the fact that you could eventually get a 3rd into play with the Area 0, but all right, we're up against Zoroark. Oh, that's cool. So we can, that's good. There we go. That's a lot better. And we can play this, can play that. I don't think there's reason not to play this. Well, let's do this. Let's just think for a second. We're gonna item lock them. What do we want to, we could Crispin to Terapagos just to get some energies into play. Is Terapagos better than, yeah, it's pretty much always better than the other thing. So let's just do it. Maybe they'll Iono us, that'd be nice. Put this in our hands. Put that on that guy. Sure, we'll just do that. I think that's fine. I don't think we need to like spread out energy or anything like that. And now, if we put a Bravery Charm on this, we have 80. I don't think they're going to be knocking us out anyways. Right? Nothing can knock us out or anything. Maybe we'll just hold on to the Bravery Charm and not play it at all. We'll just item lock them and... yeah. So if the burn stays, we're going to knock them out with Itchy Pollen next turn. Let's go! Which actually may not be as good. But, you know, they could always have the Zoroark in hand. But if we didn't get that Tails there, if they got heads, burn would wear off. Then we could Itchy Pollen them and they would die to burn going into their turn, which would be better, so then Fez wouldn't be activated. But, oh, nice, we get Iono'd. Okay, so we need Magmars down and a Fez. We have this thing. But honestly, at this point, like, keeping the item lock seems pretty good. Oh, they have free retreat, though, so they can just get out of that and keep their guy alive. Nice thing is their sniping attack, which is usually kind of annoying, shouldn't be as bad, although our Latias is weak to them. So that's going to be knocked out pretty easily. And then we'll just want to one-shot them because they have the Reshiram that does a lot of damage if we don't one-shot them. So, I think we want to get some Magmars down, but we also want to keep the item lock going. Or we just start taking knockouts with Volcanion, but item lock seems pretty good, so I think even though it's super lame, I think we just keep it going. So I think we're going to Nest Ball for like Magmars and maybe a switch. So then we can burn them and item lock them. Although I don't know if like that's 100% necessary. We don't have Trolley, or not Trolley, Area 0. So like playing, like we could play the Trolley, but we're not gonna get more than Nest Ball would basically, so. We can get an attachment, put a fire on Volcanion maybe. I think we play this. and grab that in case we want to use it. We have Pokegear for another supporter. I don't know, like, would it be better to get another just Magmar down and not burn them? Because we could knock them out. Yeah, we're just gonna get another Nest Ball. And we can knock them out if we get a... we can get a Magmar and maybe get Arven and switch and knock them out or whatever next turn. I don't know. We'll just put this fire over here and we'll just item lock. Maybe getting Munkidori down and putting a dark on it too would be kind of nice. But we didn't have the dark there. We've played one Crispin already. We only have one more dark in the deck. Cool. All right, we draw a Magmortar and we have an Iono. So we're gonna Iono them, but that's all right. Maybe we get Switch. And if we do, then we can just knock this thing out, but they might just retreat it. All right, they're getting Zoroarks down. But we needed these Magmars so that Terapagos can one-shot the thing. And actually, it shouldn't be too hard. Like, and also, we kind of want this Budew to just die. Also, if we don't evolve these quick enough, they will be able to get sniped by the Darmanian's hand. I didn't think about that, but yeah, if we just, I think, keep Budewing them and item locking them, evolve up our things, and I guess they do probably play a lot of stadium, so they might be able to bump our thing. So how much damage do we do if we don't have a stadium? We'll do 150 plus 80 with the burn, which is 230. So we need Area Zero to one-shot them, unfortunately. So maybe we only play the Area Zero down when we're actually going to take a knockout, because I think they play a lot of these castles. Now this Night Stretcher's like, again, maybe not necessary. It's like kind of a dead thing in our hand right now. And we have this instead of a boss. But if they were going faster, you know, maybe somebody would have been dead and Night Stretcher would have been live. All right, we drew Crispin. We have this. I mean, they have no energies. Do we just keep the item lock going? They traded a bunch, right, while I was rambling? So, I mean, they have cards in the hand that probably won. So Iono would be fine to do. Or we Crispin, but I don't know if we really need the Crispin right now. Getting more energies on Volcanion, so it could be an attacker. Or setting up another Magmar. I mean, we are going to put this thing at 240, but that's still out of range of 230. So, I don't know. I'm on Iono. Maybe we switch and burn them. All right. Could put a fire on this thing. Could bump the stadium so then they can't. Retreats. I could Area Zero, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna item lock them and hold everything else. Because we actually could knock them out if we get another Magmar and Area Zero, or another Magmortar Area Zero with the Terapagos, you know. I'm guessing this guy's gonna get gusted down. But Unlock is keeping him a lot more slowed down. Also, if they have 3 dark energies in the discard, they have PP up as their way to get energies back, right? So they can't play the PP ups when they're item locked. Oh, that's something they can do though. So they're gonna get an energy in between turns. All right. And they're getting that guy set up. Sniping that would be kind of nice. But honestly, like once we evolve Magmar, it's I guess they can spread damage still, like on the 2 Magmars, and eventually take 2 prizes. All right, this guy's in play. All right. I mean, if we get a switch into Magmar soon, damn, we're drawing so many fires. I'm gonna put another one of these on this. I could area 0 for, we have no draw. This point, I feel like just attacking with this is kind of a good idea, because then we can accelerate energies to somebody on the bench. We could get a second Terapagos going. Maybe with the nest ball, play area 0 nest ball. But we're only going to be doing 210. If we item lock one more time, we're still not KOing. We need another Magmortar. But they could start sniping my Magmars. So I'm just going to go in. I don't know if this is the right call, but... Well, we prize the second Terapagos. I think I'm going to put down... That's kind of concerning. I guess we can put down this thing. I could put down a nest ball, or a Fezandipiti. Maybe I do that instead. And we're just gonna move the energy to, you know. I guess I am giving them lots of options to take prizes, but we also could knock them out if they don't move out of the active. I don't know, maybe keeping up the item lock would have been better. Yeah, it could have been better. I haven't played Zoroark yet with this. Let's move the energy to Fez. We can snipe something on the bench with Fez, maybe. They will be able to retreat, probably because of the thing. If they do bump the stadium, I think we get rid of Budew. I guess that's nice. We have something to easily just get rid of, or that we don't care about. They can play the PP ups now. Yeah, all right. We're just gonna get rid of Budew, I think, because it's just gonna get knocked out right now. And then if they knock out us with this thing, then I think we just put Terapagos up. But if we're able to retreat into Volcanion and knock them out with the burn, I think they're going to attack with us with this thing, because they don't have another way to like kill stuff, right? Oh, they could go Latias. They could gust Latias and kill it with a fresh Zoroark. And then and use Reshiram's Virtuous Flame. But Reshiram's Powerful Rage, once we do damage to the Zoroark, makes it so they do 1,000,000. I don't know. Maybe I should have just kept up the Budew. I was just thinking once they're able to, they can just like boss the Latias and then start attacking before I do. I also did have a TM Evo at one point, so like maybe there is still reason to keep that, you know, because we could TM Evo this guy, knock it out. Devo, not Evo. Yeah, a little bit of trial and error. That's how I play pretty much for fun, with playing for fun decks mostly. Oh, pretty much everything I'm playing is just for fun for the most part. All right, they have the Defiance bands, which would make it so they... I don't know if that really matters. I guess this thing can knock out, actually. So this can knock out Latias and Magmar. All right. And they take the first 2 prizes, and then they're going to take 3 prizes. Maybe they'll have trouble taking the last one. And then they get an energy. Or we're going to knock this guy out. Nope, they don't get an energy. Okay, that's good. We did want that. Now we kind of want a Volcanion. Nope, we have a counter catcher. We don't want to do that though. We want to kill this. And we have no other attacker now. But they're not going to be able to kill this. So I think, I mean, this putting energies on this seems super dumb. Like we're not doing anything with it. We'd be doing more damage with Magmortar if they're burned, but I think I'm just going to keep putting energies on it for now. And we're just going to attack and kill this thing. I guess like, yeah, no, we have to just kill this because I put the damage on it, which is the thing I said I didn't want to do. But we have another tropical, we have a Terapagos prized. Maybe we get a supporter. There we go. So now if they like go for the trap on Magmortar and then they hit 2 Magmortars or something, we can switch. Also, we still have Trolley, so I think we could just knock them out. Switch plus Trolley. Oh no, we need the stadium. So if we get the stadium, we could knock out their active. We have 2 left. We are tied, so they have to boss. They can't counter catcher. There it is. There it is. What do I Arven first? Or does it doesn't even matter. I don't think it matters. Actually, but we still need the stadium because we're only doing 230. 150 with the burn. Yeah, we can't knock this out. It's at 2, we'll hit 270. So we really need our stadium right now. Maybe going back to 4 would be better. And taking out the 3rd switch. Or taking out a Night Stretcher. I don't think they're going to be decking themselves out, even though they're getting really low. They probably also have more Aonos. And also, maybe we don't want to put down on the Latias, since they can just kill us. Alright, they're just going to knock us out with Virtuous Flame. Alright. Yeah, energies on this is kind of wasted, but oh well. What do we get? Area 0 would be kind of nice. Crispin doesn't do really anything. Well, I could counter catcher and knock out this guy. Right? How much are we doing? I have to bench 2 guys, but I could counter catcher and knock out that thing. Just so I don't hit into them and don't do like nothing. We could, I think we're getting Trolley. I think we're getting that. How many area 0s are in the deck? We have 1, so we prized 1. So we could get it off the prizes. We need to bench something though to knock this thing out. We have no more nest balls. What about I Trolley for Volcanion and Wait, does Ursaluna? No, Ursaluna doesn't kill. Oh, I still have Fez too. Okay, I think that's fine that we Arven before Fez. I was thinking about that, but I don't think I said it. All right, well, we still didn't get the Area 0. Just a bunch of the same stuff we already had. Yeah, we don't knock them out with... I think we're going to counter catcher this, and we're going to trolley for some stuff. I can't put down Latias, so I think I put down this and this. Munkidori can be knocked out in one hit with the spread attack. I'm not sure if that really matters. This guy can attack for a single energy. All right. We have another dark in the deck, so I'm gonna put the fire on this. Or should I just put a fire on the Ursaluna? I'm not sure. Let's counter catcher up this thing. I think that makes more sense than countering up this guy. Bring up that guy. Can knock him out. I don't know if they play Fez in this deck. I don't think we need to play the Bravery Charm. I think we play the Fire Energy. We have 5 in play and 1 dark. We have a total of 7. So this is our own, the rest of our fires in our hands here. So we can't Crispin. So I'm just gonna put this on him so he's ready to attack. So it's like, even if I put an energy on Volcanion, it's not like we can Crispin an attack. All right, we're just gonna knock this out. Then we'll boss and knock this thing out next turn if we have nothing going for us still. All right, second Terapagos. You know what? I probably shouldn't have done that. I should have taken out Darmanitan. Because now they can... I don't know. At the same time, it's like they can just... They can snipe twice. But I guess if they snipe right now and they don't disrupt my hand, I can knock out their Darmanitan and then they don't do anything. All right, now I need to switch and boss them. And I just used counter catcher, so I can't. If I get Area 0... Bravery Charm only works on basics, so I can't give them more HP. They got 2 bosses back. Wait, is this only work on the... Discard all energy 90 to one of your opponents. Oh, so it only works on the active. Okay. So I mean, switch would get us out of losing. Oh wait, they just do that. Oh, because they're just gonna boss for game. I really want Iono right now. If I can get Iono and then put up this thing and knock them out. And Latias. We need Iono and Latias. We don't have either of them. I can boss KO this, but they just boss for game on my Magmortar. I'm not sure what to do, to be honest. I guess we will be able to Fez. All right, so now I need switch also. And the Area 0. And Iono. All right, well, we got a lot of it. We have that. Let's just see. Do we have Iono? Do we get Iono off this? I think that's what we have to do. I've played 1. We have 15 cards in our deck. I don't know if it's prized or not. All right, we don't get it. I can boss up this and stall it. How many stadiums have they played? 2. I think our best bet might be to boss up this guy. Install it for a turn? Because they just need to gust and kill something. Or wait. No, I can just boss kill this thing, right? And then they can't win with a boss of their own. For sure, right? They would need Night Stretcher boss. I feel like I'm not doing anything if I boss this up and just attack it. So I think I should do that. And then I'll put an energy on Volcanion or just put another Terapagos down and power it up. Yeah, we'll just put another Terapagos down, put another energy on it. Although that was my last energy, so I need Night Stretcher to get the ones out of the discard. We don't want to put Latias down. Okay, I think I just knocked them out. I do knock them out. Yeah, we'll just do that. So if they don't have boss and Night Stretcher, they don't win, I think. They did put back 2 bosses. They have the stadium. We just drew our own stadium though. Oh, no way! They win with this! All right, that's sick. All right. Well, I might have broken the item lock and that costed us early. But yeah, I was never able to set up the Volcanion and Terapagos to one-shot them after that. So also our starting hand wasn't great, but I think I could have played better too. And you guys might have seen stuff, but let's get another one. All right, here we go. Let's see what we're up against this time. I think I should have kept the item lock up that last game though. I just felt like silly that because they were getting energies, they were getting evolutions. They have way more draw than I do, so I'm just item locking and they're setting up. But I still think I probably should have just kept item locking because they can't one-shot the EXs. I just needed to really evolve the Magmars was the thing. Because then they can take multiple prizes with their thing. All right, well, no Donk, at least not right now. Maybe they have a bad setup on their first turn or something, but... And we don't have a basic, excuse me. So yeah, we're not gonna be able to do the TM Evo thing. We start this, and we have the cards to do the Donk. As long as, wait, no, actually we need an energy too. So, no way! All right, we're up against future Iron Leaves. We have Terapagos. I can't get an energy here. I can't do anything. So I'm just gonna bench this. I think that's fine in case they randomly Iono us. We'll burn them, weaken them a little bit, and yeah, I'm not gonna play Stadium because they may like play Town Store stuff, like get rid of our stadiums. I don't think they're gonna item lock us. We don't need to like play Poke Gear. They also may play Ogerpon and Iron Leaves, so maybe they're gonna play their own Area 0, or maybe it would benefit them. Ooh. All right, I'm guessing it's just future still, but they have this guy to search for some iron hands. Let's see. I mean, they're playing grass energies. They're definitely playing grass energies because they're playing this guy, but Bravery Charm Nest Ball. They're gonna squawk away. Or maybe they're playing like a future Pikachu still. Because I guess Pikachu uses grass. Okay, they're using Joltik. I think I fought something like this similar to this in the past. So we can knock out that Joltik with Burn. Unfortunately, they're going to get a million energies into play, but we don't play a lot of little guys. If we can top deck an energy here, we can knock this thing out with Burn and evolve our guys up. Our Magmortars have 130 HP, so they're out of range of the Ampu very much. But if they play the Capsule or Iron Crown, then they are still in range of Ampu very much. So we have, I mean, as long as we maybe top deck something, we can do whatever we want. All right, they don't even do Iron Hands. That's good. Second Poke Year isn't what we were looking for. I can't. I guess I could. Oh wait, we can knock them out with Item Lock, and they don't have Iron Hands set up. So let's do that. As long as we didn't prize Trolley. Nice. We have that, and we'll get that because we already have a TM Evo in our hand, and we're gonna get Latias and Budew and 2 Magmars, I think, because we want the burn. I mean, do we need 2 Magmars? 2 Magmars would let our Volcanion one-shot these. We would also let Terapagos one-shot them without Area 0. But we'll get free retreat so we can pivot into the Budew. What the are you serious? We play 2 Latias, man. We play 2 Latias. We play 2 Latias. I didn't think to check that. Ah. All right, well, our guy is stuck. Freaking guy is stuck, man. Munkidori's also prized. I'm going to put down Fez, I guess. I don't know. I'm putting down a bunch of Ampy very much targets, but like, yeah, I don't know. I think we put this on so we're not dead. So this will burn them. And I'm gonna burn one of these. Cool. I was hoping to maybe get something so then we could not draw into it and draw into like an energy, but all right. And yeah. The reason we're playing 2 Latias isn't because we're anticipating prizing one, the one. I mean, even though it's nice to have the second when you prize it, but it's because we just depend on it. So like, we just want to draw into it or have access to it. But that's all right. We could have item locked him and knocked him out with burn if we did have it. At least with the bravery charm, we're not dead to this guy. Now they might be like, oh, I can amp these guys. Okay. This guy can't be TM Evo'd is the one of the things also now though. So maybe I should have just let it die and then we could have had access to Fez. Nope, they're gonna jolting us again, it looks like. Oh, nope, they're not. They're going to they're going to and Sparkling Crystal Crispin Chaos with Pikachu. Nope, they're not. They're going to get a Psychic Energy. All right, cool. That's fine. And then Pikachu is not great because we'll KO them with a burn. So yeah. Now I just want to like Iono. Or I guess get Arven and Ultra Ball away something. And just set up one Magmortar. We have a pivot with Budew. But it's also kind of a liability. They get 4 energies with this, so they can halfway power up Iron Hands and power up Pikachu. Oh, they're going full on him. And they only did 4. They only did 3 energies. Okay, we drew Crisper. All right, this isn't good. I think Arven would be better to set up a thing. I guess Crispin will be nice when we want to attack with something. All right, we'll get this. I'm getting it get an Ultra Ball, and get this, and we'll discard them both. I think that's okay. I don't think we had access to Squawk this game. Like, I don't think our opening hand allowed us to Squawk, but the first game and this game, yeah. All right, well, we just knock them out with a burn. They have a Pikachu, so I'm not gonna play Area Zero. And then if they knock us out with Pikachu, we have Fez. All right, and Nest Ball, that's good. We need some bench space or some guys to put on the bench. It would have been cool to get Latias though. But yeah, if we get like a switch, we can Nest Ball for Volcanion, Crispin to Terapagos, and then knock out whatever they put up in the active. Okay. They put an energy on that guy. So the only way they're attacking with Pikachu is if they Sparkling Crystal it and Crispin. I don't really want to play Crispin, but I would play it if they just leave everything. Or I could Boss and burn something. No, they're just gonna... Okay, they're gonna hit us. We're not gonna die. We are stuck here. Because we prize Latias. Drew another Nest Ball. I think I burned them. Oh, they're gonna Iron Hands me then. Yeah, I'm just gonna Crispin to Terapagos and then we can Nest Ball Area Zero. We can play a couple Nest Balls Area Zero, hopefully knock them out with Terapagos next turn. Whatever they put up. I don't think there's a way. I can't like do anything. They can retreat everything with Latias, so like I can't just Boss prevent Iron Hands from getting 3 prizes on us. They're just gonna get it. So yeah, we would have had a second Magmar out, Magmortar, if I didn't attach the Bravery Charm, but we'd also be dead. I don't know. All right, well, they're gonna retreat in Iron Hands. They must have another energy in hands because they didn't Joltik 4 energies out that one time. They attached a Psychic Sense then, so they had a Psychic in hands and maybe something else. Maybe one more, or they have Stretcher. On the positive side, if they knock this out and then knock out Terapagos with something, they'll only have taken 5 prizes, so we'll still be able to potentially win. We're gonna knock this out, hopefully. We do need a switch though, and another Magmar, or just a bunch of benches, Magmortar, or just a bunch of stuff to put on the bench, or we just gust around it. That would be fine too, I guess. I think we start with Fez, or we start with the Volcanion. Oh, that's cool. How much are we doing? 120? No, we probably start with this, because drawing into... We can Nest Ball for any basic. Let's maybe draw into a couple with Fez. All right, we get 1. And we can play Arven. Did I play Trolley? I did. We could also Iono them. We don't have Switch. Put this up. We do 150. This guy's at 220. I think knocking out this guy... Honestly, just knocking out anything, but... This guy does a little bit more. It can one-shot Volcanion. Pikachu we can't kill without the burn. So we need a full bench. And we can get really close to a full bench. We just have to Iono into 1. I think we ignore this thing. We could KO Latias, but... What do we need for Latias? We just need 7? Maybe just KO Latias. Yeah, we'll KO Latias. Do that. We should have enough stuff in the deck to fill up our bench a couple things. We'll just nest ball for another Volcanion in case. We don't want to put Squawk down, I guess that's the only thing. And then we will Iono. They go down to 3 cards. They don't have Fez. Nice. And we have Switch. We need 2 switches to be able to burn them and KO them with something, but I think now we just put a fire on this to power it up. I think. And now we're just going to knock them out. Odds are we also draw into a lot. We have 2 Latias prized. 5 prizes. We could probably get a Latias. I think we have a good chance. There it is. Oh, and Ursaluna. That guy's pretty good. Maybe that was a reason not to attach an energy. But there's a chance they could always Pikachu us here too, so... Ooh, also, if they hit us with this guy, then they're going to amp us. So we also need to move this if that happens. Okay, they have Mew. What do they have? They had... Oh yeah, they Miraidons. Then they had Ultra Ball. Okay. They literally played nothing. So yeah, they had a lot of stuff they could probably get. Like their discard pile's empty. All right, they have Boss. They're KOing our Fez. And then they must have Boss in hand. Is that... Do they already have Boss? Is the plan to... I need a full bench still, but I have Latias and Ursaluna. I think I just put this up and hope we can Iono them one more time. Cool. Wait, we don't need it. Is there a reason... Wait, should I attack with this? No, I don't think so. Let's get Iono. Nice! And then we can KO anything with Terapagos. Put some guys down. Play Iono. Our Budew is a liability, but... I mean, they could knock out Magmortars. I'm not going to play that energy. It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters at all. So I'm just going to attack and hold on to it. Ursaluna attacks for free. And I guess we just need Switch to KO the Pikachu. But we have Boss, so we can KO anything. Oh, they have Mew to draw 2. We'll draw 1. And it's a pivot. Come on, it'd be really nice to... Do you have Bundle? Do you have Crystal? Prime Catcher. Oh, okay, that does it. All right, well, it was pretty close. Yeah, it didn't help that you got the Joltik twice, and I prized 2 Latias. But that's whatever. Yeah. You know what they say? 3rd time's the charm, baby. This game is our game, and we're going second. I can already feel it. We're going second because our opponent wants to go first. And then we're going to TM Evo, Volcanion, knock them out. I don't think I should have like forfeited these games. I know I take a long time to think, so they've taken a while, but let's go! But I think we had a chance in both of them, for sure. Obviously the Prime Catcher, Arvin, in the last one. Well, we have the things, as long as we didn't prize 2 Magmortar. As long as we didn't prize 2 Magmortar or 2 Magmars. We have TM Evo in our hand and the basic energy. We can kill this thing. It looks like we're playing against Gardevoir. Just kidding. We're playing against 30 damage for each damage count on this Pokemon. Yeah, okay, it is Gardevoir. I forgot that they play Zoroark sometimes. Okay. I don't know if they always do or not, but... Alright, well, we'll get a prize. Yeah. T-Amiibo them. Yeah, we're obviously not item locking them, but... Getting our things down would be nice, I think. Cool, that's nice to be able to do. Play this. I guess if we Iona, we'll also put a Magmar back in the deck. But we do want to get down our second. We need a second Magmar. I'll put that. Put that. Which leaves us with this. I could Ultra Ball away both of these for another Magmar and then Iono. If we draw into another Magmar, I'm gonna be pissed though. Or if we prized a Magmar, I'm gonna be pissed. Or if we prized our Latias, I'm gonna be pissed. I mean, what sounds best to me is discarding these, knocking them out, and discarding these and going for Iono. Like, we'll have a fresh hand. I know we're losing both of these, but we have multiples of them. All right. We prized 2 Magmortars. We prized 2 Magmortars. We prized 2 Magmortars. Well, we have our second Latias. Oh my god. All right. What am I doing? Do I even play this? No, I'm sick of this. We're gonna do we're gonna get another one right now. All right, here we go. Alakazam. Alakazam. Maybe up against Iono's Belly Bolts. But let's see how this one goes. Just gonna play this one out for sures. I haven't calmed down, but that's fine. All right. What do they call? All right, they got it right. All right, cool. They're going first. Pretty consistently, I was able to do that T-Amiibo thing, man. Look at this. This isn't terrible. Squawk. Starting Volcanion. Yeah, we can knock out one of these guys. And it's Terapagos. Tank Terapagos, possibly, with the Pidgeot. Nope. It's the Meryl Cornerstone Ogerpon deck, I think. I don't remember. I think they play Pidgeot. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Ionoing after they put a bunch of knockouts on their hand would be cool. And they also use Area 0. They don't even need a Rotom. All right. Yeah, we just need Energy Arven. Energy T-Amiibo. Some Magmars. The guys in the active already. We don't even need Latias. We don't even need, like... Yeah, we have so many of the things. I think it's fine to bench Budew. But I don't know if we really need it. Also, they're going to one-shot our stupid thing with this guy, which isn't great, but maybe they won't have all the pieces. I don't know. Budew can attack this, but Terapagos can attack this. Let's see, what have we prized? I think we actually want this. We have 3 Magmortars. We have Trolley. We have T-Amiibo. We have 3 more Nest Balls and an Ultra Ball. Yeah, I think we get Terapagos so we can like get more stuff on our bench. And it shouldn't get bumped, I don't think. I saw Latias, right? Yeah, we have a Latias Fez. Yeah, we just prized a Magmar or whatever of the things that we were just looking for. We're gonna Squawk, play that. And then we'll put down Magmar, Latias, Fez. I'm gonna put it down just in case. Budew plus Burn could KO Meryl. Let's go! Do we want to KO a Meryl? Or, I mean, this guy's pretty good to get rid of, right? We can KO Meryl or we can KO Hoot Hoot. What do they put in their hands? Another Pidgey. I mean, I think we just KO this. Maybe they have... If we don't KO this and we KO the Hoot Hoot, I'm not sure. I don't think we want a Vessel. I think let's just get down the seconds. This. And TM Evo. Energy. Burn them. All right, and obviously since I burned them, I can't Gust now. I was gonna say maybe I do want to switch it up, but no. I think KOing this is good. I mean, Pidgeot's pretty freaking good. Noctowl's a one and done. Hopefully, I think if we don't KO this, there's a chance they have it. Obviously, they still can Noctowl us, but I'm not sure what would have been best. And our hand's kind of dead, but we're getting a prize. I don't know how much Meryl does to itself. Let's go. Okay. We have Switch Arven. We can Trolley for Volcanion, knock them out with Budew and Burn. I think that's what we'll do. They'll probably knock out the Volcanion. I mean, it's 2 prizes, so I don't think the stadium's getting bumped. So yeah. We have 4 cards in our hand. I don't think they'll Liono us. Jock, Earth, and Vessel. So they're gonna get out multiple Azumarils right away. Maybe we want to get a 3rd Magmortar. Oh wait, Azumaril's water. Oh, but it does 230. Okay, so putting a charm on one of our guys would be good. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. And yeah, we'll knock this out with Burn. An item lock. We saw the Trolley was in there. We top decked an Energy. We can get Trolley and the Charm. And we're gonna get Volcanion, Fezandipiti, Latias. Something like that. I don't know where we'll put the Charm. I think we'll put the Fire Energy on Terapagos. And we have the switch. So we get Latias, Volcanion, Fez, 2nd Volcanion. I think they also play maybe like Defiance. I think we already saw it. I can't remember. They might be able to one-shot something even with the Charm. Would Munkidori, Bear. I'm thinking another Volcanion or another Terapagos. I'm grabbing that. In case they go chase down the Volcanions. Then we'll... Oh wait, do we knock out with Burn? Yes. Yeah, we knock out with Burn. Switch into that. Burn them. Retreat into Budew. They can't rare Candy Pidgeot this way. And now Bravery, put a Fire Energy on this and Bravery Charm it. So now if they want to take 2 prizes, they can take out any of these. Oh wait, I didn't even Fez. Ooh, that was close. Cool. So they could chase down one of these things, but we can attack with this and knock out something. And they're item locked. So yeah. Also with the boss, we can boss down this guy and knock it out. I think they have 2 psychics in hand, didn't they? Like Vessel. So they have a psychic to attack and kill something. Do they have boss? Pidgeotto. What if we just KO this thing right now, and then this guy with the choice band would knock out our Terapagos. I think they do have that, actually. I'm not sure. I mean, or I just put down Ursaluna. That's kind of checkmate, right? Ursaluna, KO this thing. I guess we do just need another boss. I could also Arven for counter catcher. I can't remember if it's in the deck, to be honest. I think let's Vessel away the Ultra Ball. I don't think we'll need it. Crispin might be better, and definitely the boss is. We'll get multiple fires. Is counter catcher in the deck? Does that make sense? We put this guy down. Put this down because he'll attack for free if they knock out something. We have Arven to switch. Oh, so if I play Arven right now, But still, if they knock me out, counter catcher will be live, right? So I think I just boss this guy. I don't think this matters, but I'll burn him. Switch into this thing. Oh wait, Ursaluna doesn't knock out this, but so yeah, we would need another Terapagos because Ursaluna can't hit the Ogre Pawn. Yeah, so getting this second Volcanion might screw me, but we'll see. If they have Pidgeot or knocked... Well, they need Ogre Pawn. All right, they're Crispinning. Psychic, and they're going to flap. They're going to attack with Pidgeot and discard the Stadium. And we'll discard Volcanion, Squawkabilly. Oh no! That doesn't work! I'm sorry. No, that's unfair. Did I forget to Fez last turn again? All right, we got Pokegear. They can't attack with Azumarill. They have no space for a Terra. I mean, killing this seems like a good idea. And then we just go down to 1 prize. So if they attack with whatever, like, you know, we're all right. I don't know if I play Crispin. I don't know if I play this. I think this thing is the best thing to hit. I'm just going to hit them. And Ursaluna can attack for game. If they put up Cornerstone Ogre Pawn, like, we couldn't kill it, but we have Crispin still, and we have Stretcher, so we can Stretcher for Ogre Pawn, Stretcher for Terapagos and Crispin to it and knock it out. And they're doing 230. We're at 260, so we're not dead. Nice, not too bad. I think we did get a like a burn knockout kind of early, but I don't think I don't remember how it went. It's blending together. We played quite a few at this point. Well, sadly, I think you're all gonna have to just trust me on this, but it can do the donk. I swear to God, you can do it. We have Pokegear, we have 4 Arvens, we have Squawkabilly. All you need is an energy in hand and Arven to pull off the donk, because an energy, you know, gets you the ability to TM Evo, and then Arven Precious Trolley gets you Latias, gets you Volcanion, gets you 2 Magmars. You can retreat whatever from the active into the Volcanion if it's not already there, and you can Donk. This video didn't showcase that. I'm sorry, I tried, but I don't want to cut out stuff because I want to show you how the deck plays honestly, and that's how it played in these games. I did forfeit one immediately because I was sick of prizing things. We did prize a lot of things, and that's kind of where, you know, like after testing it for a while, like to begin with, I didn't have as many 1-ofs, but as I've been playing it, I've gone to more 1-ofs because it's like, oh, I don't need 3 or 4 or, you know, just 2 of this or maybe even 1 of this. But that makes it so prizing can really suck sometimes, I think. So maybe you do want more, but I mean, prizing, we prized multiple Magmortars once, we prized 2 Latias once. I think we prized 2 Latias maybe twice. I can't remember, but overall, I think you hopefully got a good impression or a decent impression of the deck. Crispin plus the fires and darks, like if you're never gonna attack with a Volcanion, obviously you don't need fire energies. You could go with the waters, grass, and lightnings. You could run other energy like psychics to maybe attack with Latias or Munkidori. I think there's a lot of flexibility with energies, like, and jets could be good. Obviously with Volcanion again, jet I didn't like as much because you need 2 fires and a jet, and if you're gonna use Crispin, you also have a dark to go somewhere, I guess. So like, but jet's another nice way to switch. Yeah, and maybe 4 area 0 would be better than over I don't think Night Stretcher was ever used. Counter Catcher was actually pretty nice a couple games. I think I just didn't play it the best. But yeah, I'm still really excited about this deck. I think if you try it out, you'll see that you can Donk pretty easily, and it's pretty fun to play. So hope you guys enjoyed. There'll be a, you know, a copy or whatever, the copy and paste of the deck in the description, and you have a lot of fun with it. I think there'll be lots of ways to play it and lots of like little changes you can make, but I think the idea is there. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.